All right. Well, I wanted to do a thorough review on a super sweet little game I found. Now, this is a very indie game, and I wanted to give it a thorough review just simply because it was so interesting and so engaging to me. The game is called Dystopia, and it is just a very simple game. So know that going into it, but I mean, it's one of those games where I was kind of like on the fence of Steam and I was like, do I keep it? Do I refund it? Is it worth it? And then this game just kept getting in my mind because I fucking love futuristic cyber cities. And I was just thinking, I was like, this is the most unbelievable fucking game ever. And I started playing it and realizing that, yeah, I mean, there's so much shit you can do in this. It's really really fun just to sit back and take in all the vibes, so to speak. Now, like I said, this is a game with very little game in the way of actual gameplay. There's no resource management. There's no essence of what makes this a game. It's more of like a studio, a sandbox, a toy tool kind of type deal. So that's good to know going in because I was very curious when I first started, trying to figure out if there was any elements to it. And in many ways, thankfully, now that I think of it, there just simply isn't. But what there is an undeniable lack of content and different things you can do. Now, I'd say this is an independent dev and has done a very fantastic uh, uh, time of earning my money for sure for this product. But I mean, it would be very nice to get probably 100 or 200 more things to do and like build and doing this stuff. But I mean, that's fine. Maybe it will come in time, and I would just love to see this game progress and develop and maybe even have a side mission mode or story mode or something with just a whole heap of assortment of new effects. Now, what there isn't here definitely is made up for the fact that there's an extremely cool addition to this where you can make these hologram billboards. Now, these hologram billboards have an assortment of looks to them, but you can actually import images into these billboards. So you can create your own custom. And I don't need to tell it just from a JPEG or a PNG file. Now, I don't need to tell you just the unlimited possibilities that brings to make and shape and build your city just into something whatever you want. And even what I started doing is making up my own little game of how to, collect resources and just letting my imagination run wild in this futuristic cyber city. I absolutely love it. And I had a blast putting all manner of shit onto these billboards, including fast food logos, funny things, memes, hot women. The possibilities are fucking endless, and it was fun to mess around with, and is arguably the strongest uh, chance for a variety and just stuff that you can do. It's simply amazing, and the vibes. I tell you, I was playing it last night on a hot summer's evening, and it just spoke to me. I love the future. I would love to live in one of these worlds just to see the technology and to see all the vibrance of a city of this cyberpunk landscape. It's truly a thing to behold, and it really brings this game to a next echelon. Now, what's next for a game that is very small, um, but it has so much potential and it has so much love and passion from me. What could be next for this? We could do things like mod support. I've seen it mentioned in forums. Even the creator seems open to such a project. Things like interior views where you could go into a cyber room and at a certain point, or just flying through a vehicle in kind of like a heads-up display of a little vehicle that you can fly or go around your city would just be absolutely magnificent, truly magnificent. And those are things that might come along the way, but I mean, there's some things that we could do here that could be truly groundbreaking. You know, if this was a full-on, you know, city skyline project size, where you could do things with residents, and I even kind of made up a little game myself with putting up different billboards. This is truly a game that's come a dream come true for me. And it's a lot of fun just kind of just hanging out around your city and making these builds and playing around with different things you can make for billboards. I made casinos, I made all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, Dystopia, such a fun game, such a cool game. I love the vibes. I just love the ambiance of the cyber city, and we're looking forward to the future, you know, because if you do things like different environments, you know, maybe there's jungle setting, maybe there's more daylight. The possibilities are endless with this type of game, and I absolutely love these types of games with, you know, there could be modes where you can do actual gameplay and have resources and crime and have to do all these metrics, but I mean, for simply just building and sitting back and watching your city develop, it's just fucking awesome. And this is 100% recommend from me. You know, it's hard to rate it because of how limited the content is, but from concept to design to, you know, what you can do with this tool so far, this is a 9 out of 10 for me. It got me excited thinking how I could design my cities and how I could build stuff, and that is a hallmark of a good game. And for $9, you truly can't go wrong with this tool. And just think of how incredible it would be if the modding community got a hold of this and it really took off. You know, you could have any conceivable building. You could have little pilot cars, different types of vehicles, maybe make transport lanes. You could make all kinds of awesome little adventures. You could make like, you know, luxury suites where you could just kind of hang out in, and you could place them as a boxed value somewhere, and then click on them and go in. You know, with this level of creativity in the hands of you know, studio that has resources and modelers and programmers that could just do anything they want. Just think about what you could do with such an engine or such a concept of just, you know, no holds barred, just make your own little cyber city. It's dope. So yeah, Dystopia, fucking awesome, awesome little indie project. A wonderful game. Just a true shout out just to how awesome this environment is and how much people nowadays are gravitating towards a love for the future and what could be for the human race, and just how amazing these futuristic landscapes and cityscapes are.